some announcements that just came out last week about this particular franchise right here, the Ghostbusters. Okay, so I am a big Ghostbusters fan. T, are you a big Ghostbusters fan?
Of course, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think everybody kind of likes the Ghostbusters. The last movie that came out, we went and saw that Afterlife, and it looks like they felt pretty good about that. So they went ahead and started launching a whole new group of Ghostbusters projects. So it says here, this is on cnet.com, so much Ghostbusters animated movie, Netflix cartoon, and an Afterlife sequel in the works. The movie will feature yet more new characters, while Afterlife writers Jason Reitman and Gil Keenan are working on both a sequel and an animated series. All right. What are you thinking about this? I don't know if you've had an opportunity to read through or look into this particular topic about Ghostbusters bringing in a lot of new projects. But what do you think about Ghostbusters jumping in with so many projects? And what are your anticipations? Oh,
Uh,
whoa! Take
it's this. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is craziness. Why are you trying to do this? It's fine. That movie wasn't that good. You know what it is? It had a lot of nostalgia. D, you're always talking about nostalgia, and I understand what you're trying to bring back. You're even trying to mess with the cartoon. Leave the cartoon alone. I was fine with what you did when you brought Slimer and the real Ghostbusters. It went from being the real Ghostbusters to Slimer and the real Ghostbusters.
Wait a
I
minute.
never got into that new one, Extreme Ghostbusters.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that was
that just
bad.
wasn't it was past my time. Maybe this is past my time too.
Now
As
you,
an adult,
the
hold
T.
on, D.
Wait.
As an adult,
Okay,
as
all
an
right, man.
adult, as an adult, I want to be fair. This is not going to be for my generation. That's the one thing I think
Okay.
you viewers and all of us have to understand. For those of us who grew up watching the originals, this is not for us. This is for our kids. It's just that they may make us look like dummies or liars or hypocrites when they put this stuff on and it's not good. That's it.
T, you just got through saying you a Ghostbusters fan like 5 seconds ago, and now you're saying no to this? You don't want this? What's going on here, man? 5 seconds ago, you just said it. Hey, man, love Ghostbusters. Okay, cool. Hey, let's talk about Ghostbusters. And you don't want this? Come on, help me understand. What's
No,
going on?
no, no, no. I don't want it.
Why?
Here, after watching this, I'm the negative guy. I don't want it. Let me be wrong about this. I've already got to eat crow about Top Gun. I'll eat.
Oh, that's what this is about. This is about T eating crow, y'all. That's what this is about. You gonna have to eat some crow on that Jurassic World too. Yeah, get the crow ready, man. Hey, no. We want some hot sauce on the crow. I need some bird in here, man. You gotta eat that bird. We gonna have that on the future episode, folks. Don't worry about that. T gonna get some bird in front of him, and he gonna eat it because he was wrong not once but twice. Top Gun and Jurassic World, because Jurassic World is killing it right now. I don't know if you're aware of that. It's killing the box office right now. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's talk about
There's
Ghostbusters.
nothing to do. There's nothing to do, so everybody's going to go watch it. There's
You
nothing to
should have
do.
considered that there was nothing to do when you made them outrageous claims, man. You should have considered all of that, right?
You know what? I should have. I should have looked at the lineup and I should have said, "Oh man, this is going to make it." But whatever. Back to the subject at hand. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Okay, so
Look,
all right, let me
I
just
don't
start with
want
this.
you
Let me
to do
start with
this.
this. You got three projects. Are you interested in any of them? You got an Afterlife
No,
sequel, you got a Netflix cartoon, and you're going to have an animated movie. Does any of those things interest you?
no,
Man, T, you drive a hard bargain, man.
no, dude,
I think the
no.
Netflix series is the one that I'm interested in the most because I think Netflix needs this. I think they desperately need a good I mean, we've been talking about this. They need some kind of an attachment to a known brand, okay? That's something that people are like, yeah, I can't wait till this comes out. Ghostbusters is a huge brand. You know, people know this series and they love it. So I think Netflix needs this probably more than anything else right now. In addition to that, I think that the animated movie, if they can start linking that stuff up, what's up?
SJW? You want this to be SJW? How does that work? You know what, D?
I,
Look, I am freaking tired of this whole scenario. Let's bring up woke. Let's bring woke and diversity, and somehow woke and diversity means it's only females and nobody else exists. Just it's not working. It's not working. You know why? Because the audience is not believable. It doesn't flow in synchronicity. You cannot change the narrative midstream and say, "Oh man, no, you cannot do it." I'm tired of it. I feel like this is SJW too. You know why it's SJW? Because you got the hint of SJW. It's not a natural thing. Ripley in Aliens is natural. Natural as heck. You tried this in the early 80s with Supergirl. That should have did that. The movie should have did very well. But you know what? It didn't do well because men were like, "This sucks. I don't want to watch this. Ugh, yuck." You do better. How come they haven't come up with a Barbie movie, D?
They have. They're about to drop a Barbie. A Barbie movie's coming out with Margot Robbie.
A Barbie movie? We'll see. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out. I think it's coming out this year. Yeah, it's gonna be some more, man. T, you gotta slow down, man. I mean, all right. Let me ask you this. Which of these three do you think will do better or do the most justice to the Ghostbusters? Like, we saw Afterlife and we thought Afterlife was mostly all right. It wasn't the greatest film in the world, but it did do a good job paying homage to the original. They brought the characters in towards the end, so we felt like, okay, that little fan service was good.
I actually think they have a chance. I'm going to give it a 50-50 chance. I didn't like the storyline in Afterlife that you went back to the beginning with Gozer. You had a better storyline with Vigo in Ghostbusters 2. I don't like how you just keep going back to this nostalgia instead of making a new path. Make a new path. You got plenty of story. You got plenty of everything you need.
Well, I'm hoping that's what they do, especially with this cartoon series. Because you remember the original real Ghostbusters, like they got really down and deep into that Ghostbusters lore, going through Tobin's Spirit Guide every week. It seemed like they would bring a new ghost out or something like that. I think that's what they could do with this cartoon series. A series
it was for the time, D, for the time of it. I told you, they had a lot of parents groups were saying, what is it? And I think you fast forward almost 40 years later, 30 years later, man, I don't think that's going to fly. So you have to be soft with the cartoon. If you do a, I would have liked to see it as a TV show, man. I think it would work great as a
live action, like live action television. I mean, it could have worked. It could work. I think I don't know. I think the live action is probably a little bit too expensive. Like they don't want to go all in, on something like that. They'll probably do that for a television, show. If let's say these Afterlife TV series, or excuse me, movie is good, and this, animated movie and the cartoon series works, then I could see them maybe doing that. But, they got to go as low budget as possible.
Why would it be so bad? They did Mirror Poltergeist was in the 90s. Poltergeist TV show had nothing to do with Poltergeist the movie.
Man, we in a different time though right now, man. We in a different time. These studios are like pinching pennies. They're gonna have to start pinching pennies a little bit more. You even see it with some of the Disney Plus stuff. Like the quality is just not the same, man.
Why not ask the fans though? GoFundMe. Ask the fans.
Hey, I think right now you can probably get deeper with a cartoon series in terms of telling stories. Like you could do a lot, like look at Young Justice, man. You could do so much storytelling with a cartoon series versus doing something live action where all right, we're only limited to about 8 episodes. With like animated, hey man, we can go 20 episodes for half the price or maybe even less than half the price, and we can get a lot of story out there. And then that builds up your catalog, that builds up the characters, and now you can start doing more stuff with toys and different things of that nature.
Jay, let me be fair. I totally agree with what you're saying. I agree. But the stubbornness in me is saying, man, I don't want you to. And I'm just being stubborn.
I know you're being stubborn, man. That's what, and I think honestly, like, just reading this real quick, it says here that, the various announcements, that I was talking about said, we don't know anything about the film's new take on the franchise. It'll be directed by Jennifer Kluska. who directed Hotel Transylvania, and Chris Prynoski, you know, the producer on Big Mouth, Star Trek Lower Decks, The Legend of Vox Machina, and The Boys Diabolical. So this is the group that's, I think, doing the animated movie. The television show or the sequel, I'm sorry. The sequel is definitely going to be Jason Reitman. He's probably going to redo that. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this. I think there's an opportunity here if they don't fumble the ball. But folks, what do you think about the Ghostbuster, you know, trifecta that they're bringing out? You know, you got a Netflix cartoon, you got an animated movie, and you got a sequel to Afterlife. What do you guys think about that? Is that something you're looking forward to? You know, Netflix is hit and miss. You know, they're hit and miss. Sometimes they do a great job, and then sometimes they just fall flat on their face. But, you know, we'll see. Go ahead, drop down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and your opinions on that. All right.